Kansas City Chiefs, and the Las Vegas Raiders. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. And he gets this back out to the 30-yard line. Reasonable field position. That's where the offense will get this one going.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Genty. And he'll get maybe a yard. It was the rookie from Clemson in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it on the ground with Genty, and he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. 3rd down, 3 to go.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's got his man, Max Fulton.
Dante Thornton Jr. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs nothing.
How about this for a bold call? First quarter, lead, not enough. They're going to try an onside kick. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
Well, you have to imagine this kicking unit saw something in the return unit all week that led them to believe they had an advantage for an onside kick. But they don't. Now all of a sudden the other team takes the ball with great field position.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a pitch to Walker. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll send Worthy in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder. To the 20.
Opening kickoff nearly all the way and set up your offense with great field position to start this game.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Cousins going to throw to start things. Open man, that's Dante Thornton. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Give them an even 20 on the game's first play. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Ashton Genty. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Vegas. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
How about this for a bold call? First quarter, lead, not enough. They're going to try an onside kick. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Well, that's one you don't really see all that often. Declare a first quarter onside kick. The hands team takes care of it. Allen quickly out to Moore. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
Again, it's Allen to the air. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So Again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Third down and 3 coming up. Allen to throw again. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stoops. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. Pass right side caught by Thornton. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. To throw, Cousins. He'll get this out to Genty. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Quarterbacks are like a point guard in basketball. Their job, distribute the ball to the playmakers. They don't have to be the hero, and that was a perfect example. He could have tried to work the ball down the field, but he makes a smart choice to throw it underneath. It was a short gain, but it was enough for a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Genty. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go. Here's Genty. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Taron Johnson made the stop.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw is Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And Darnold's going to change the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. And I don't think he went much of anywhere. They definitely didn't move the pile. And he's going to be stopped, no gain. One more time on the push. And I don't know that he got there. A lot of pushing and shoving. But they're going to mark him short. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
1-yard line.
Come on. 19, 5, ready.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw is Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, 32 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Darnold wants to change it up. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Velus Jones taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for
Here's
Seattle.
Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Genty. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now Darnold. That is incomplete.
Without the coverage was position. Off was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Now Cousins. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will start. Seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the Seahawks 37. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And Darnold's going to change the play. Running right, Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 53 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Now Jones. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Velus Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-7.
Jason Myers to kick off.
Here's Myers now to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Mendoza now throwing to start the drive. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Genty. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 4. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty
with his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8.
On the pickup. It's second and 8.
And now they'll audible to something else. Darnold. Here's a diving catch right side. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Seahawks.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Elijah Arroyo, 50 yards. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing to start the drive. Mendoza. And that'll be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught by Tucker. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Back to throw. Mendoza under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
It's a loss
DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Mendoza. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, 38 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get it behind the line. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a gain. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Traden Stoops. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
At their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Mendoza. Throwing to start the drive. This is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
Score Seahawks 28, Raiders 26.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
At the 44-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
First down, Seattle. And
they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll run it here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Now Darnold wants to change it up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A give out of the gun to Genty.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brought down by Ernest Jones. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
On the draw, here's Genty.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And the Raider first down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good-sized lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big